A brief genre treat, expertly directed short story horror courtesy of our friend Michael Curtiz. Boris Karloff stars as John Ellman, a talented pianist who is framed for murder by some vile gangsters. He is subsequently sent to the chair and executed. However, one Dr. Evan Beaumont utilizes Ellman's corpse as part of his experiment to reanimate dead bodies. Yes, Boris Karloff was very aptly typecast in this picture, although he has an opportunity to display his range through the pre- and post-death phases of this narrative. And he does very well. Karloff was an incredibly believable performer at his best. It seems at a cursory glance that this film has been considered, in hindsight, a cynical Frankenstein knockoff, for very obvious reasons. However, as a passionate fan of those two James Whale Frankenstein films, I find a lot to admire in The Walking Dead as well. What do you think of these screen caps? This film was directed with great consideration, and Oscar-winning cinematographer Hal Moore complements Curtiz's enthusiasm with a crisp, expressive gleam floating through the narrative players. The efficient employment of close-ups, angles, and zooms is all very satisfying. Take this as an example of what Michael Curtiz, in his prime, could create with a cynical screenplay. Take this as the antithesis to 1959's The Hangman, which I uploaded a video of maybe a month ago now. Also, as well as being a prototype for 1950s sci-fi B pictures, The Walking Dead demonstrates how much more effective and impressive one of these films can be with a proficient understanding of eloquent film narrative communication. I find The Walking Dead to be a very satisfying watch, rather technically creative and drowning in shameless genre excess. Dr. X had already established Michael Curtiz as a paramount figure in the establishment of Hollywood sci-fi and horror. Both Dr. X and The Walking Dead appear to serve as strong prototypes for the vast wave of wild genre pulp Hollywood released under its wing during the mid-20th century, arguably peaking in popularity during the 1950s. So I'd call myself a fan of 1936's The Walking Dead. Obviously today it shares its name with an acclaimed comic book series and its even more well-known television adaptation, one of the most popular television shows released during my lifetime so far. Those comics are definitely pretty cool, and the show is certainly very fine for what it is, although I'd rather sit down with a quality Michael Curtiz picture, to be perfectly honest. If you find the opportunity, view 1936's The Walking Dead, and tell me what you think of it.